I think Romy is my closure of this story because Ben tried to save her. And it's like, was his mission to save all these people. And when they kidnapped her from his car, it's like his responsibility. So it's also his responsibility. If he was here with us, that's what he would say. Like, my mission is not completed until Romy is here. She's the only one who knows what he said, his last words. If it's say something to someone, if he suffered, she's the only one that can close that closure for me. Ben's closure is her coming back, and also mine, because Ben is a part of me and he will always be. It was my birthday. It was Thursday. I was crying. I usually love my birthdays, celebrating with Ben, but not anymore. It became like a sad day for me. Like, what am I celebrating? But then I heard this amazing news that Romy's coming back. She's on the list, and I felt like I was crying to Ben, and then I heard this, and I said, okay, this is probably my birthday gift. Romy's my birthday gift this year, and Ben really wants to give me this closure. I couldn't speak to no one. My phone is buzzing for a week. Flight mode. Don't call, don't speak. I couldn't function. I was like this for hours. Screaming, crying, smiling, all emotions in 3 days. And when she was there, I couldn't believe. It's a moment that I was waiting for so long. Like, this is the moment, because this is the only thing I was holding on to. Like, Romy must come back. Everyone, not only Romy. You know, for me, Romy is everything. But for other families, Omer Shem Tov, and there's so many names that need to come back, and we're waiting for them all. People don't understand what's the meaning of it. The meaning of losing someone, the meaning of losing someone in such a traumatic way. Like, taking the person that you love the most, if it's your kid, if it's your husband, if it's your parents. People lost their most loved ones in a terrible way, without a way of saying goodbye, without nothing. Just suddenly, one day they're gone, and you know they suffered just for being Jewish, just for being themselves. When everybody ran away in this morning to save their life, Ben decided differently. He decided to save people. And this whole morning, he didn't save himself, but he saved as much as he could. Ben got murdered in these moments while I was with him on the phone, trying to understand, what am I hearing? Because I heard Ben saying the word terrorist. He was very calmed because this was Ben, but the situation was totally different. They came with guns in front of them. So he said the word, what are those, terrorists? And then Romy and Gaia were shouting, drive, drive, drive. I heard guns. I heard like a strong voice and quiet. Today I know to say that this quiet was their death. While Ben is inside of the car dead, and Gaia as well. Romy and Ophir were injured, but not dead. And they kidnapped them. They came to the car and they kidnapped them both to Gaza. And Ophir was in a terrible situation, and they didn't treat him properly. Today, Ophir is no longer with us. They brought his body back to Israel. And Romy came back. It was one of the hardest things I've ever did. It's like I was looking at the car and I saw how he got murdered. I saw his head falling. I saw the shooting. I imagined it. It's stronger than me. And I'm dreaming it every day. The terrorist, about me sitting inside of the car and I can't save him. It was hard. It was very hard to see the car. It was difficult but important to understand. And it was our car. We were driving it daily, smiling, dancing in the car. And it was hard to me going back to this place because this is the place Ben got murdered in. The dissonance, I don't know how to say it in English.
Dissonance. Yeah.
Dissonance. So the dissonance between the screams of happiness we were screaming there and the screams of war and blood and sadness and hurt that were there that day was couldn't my head and my heart can't get this. I want to believe that I still have a mission here in this world, and I need to try and to figure out what's my mission. So he's always behind me. We're speaking now and I feel he's smoking his cigarette here with us. And he wants me to be happy, I know it. And I want me to be happy. It's very hard for me, but I want to push myself to be, I will never be the same Jessica. I really miss Jessica because the one who was here the whole last year, I don't know who it is. But today I can say that I understand that there will be, Jessica won't come back, but there will be a new Jessica. And I need to hug her and to accept her and to smile to her.